And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now Washington starting five. We've got Sarr. He's out there with Malawach. Keyshawn George is out there with Johnson. And it's Caver in at the one. And for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with MP. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Here's MP. Oh, MP throws it down!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Here's Caver. Pass to Sarr. Johnson on the wing. Throws it up high! And finished off by Sarr.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Now a timeout called by New York. The Wizards trail by 12. George with a steal. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Knicks leading by 15. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
One shot.
Free throw no good from MP. And we've seen the Wizards churning their roster, Doris, with an eye toward the future.
Yes, and that BA means inevitably absorbing those extended losing streaks, but you're doing it at least with a plan in mind. You need talent to win, and I'm talking big-time talent. And the best way to develop that talent is with patience. So there's a process they're following.
Kicks it out, Towns. Here's MP. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Harvey. Coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Johnson for 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
And here's MP from outside. Drains the triple. MP's got 27.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Pass to Sarr. To the paint. And finished off by Sarr.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. MP no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Wizards trail by 16. Johnson against Bridges. Johnson inside. Pass to Caver. From deep, Sarr. And it's New York with a rebound. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Pass to Caver. Lets the three fly. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4. Oh, I can't believe he just did that.
Now that is incredible. Just wow.
Here's Harvey. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Caver. The 3 is up. The rebound by Bridges.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown. And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
From deep, Johnson knocks it down from distance. Johnson's got 15.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Now a timeout called by New York.
City answers, everyone. Get loud for them.
MP way outside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
Wizards trail by 21. Anunoby plays the 4, and Cat is the center. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's MP in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Caver. Brunson defending. Caver, pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. The Wizards need to get off a shot here.
Well, really good effort on defense from Jalen Brunson, really making it hard on his man to try to score.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
George passes to Caver. George outside. Pass to Sarr. Brunson with the block. Here's the break. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
No problems knocking that one down. Caver's got 9 points.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Oh, MP throws it down.
Boy, you have to love how Jalen Brunson orchestrates this offense. So good at getting the ball where it needs to be.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Washington has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. To the middle. And finished off by Sarr.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Kicks it out to MP. Puts it up. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. MP's got 44.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
And he's going for the lob. And the basket by Malawach.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Brunson passes to MP. New York working the ball around. Whoa!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Caver. He's got 9. Johnson for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. Well, Graham, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because it's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Here's Caver. Outside Johnson. Fires from deep. Washington again can't hit.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
George against MP. Another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Pass to Sarr. To the inside. And finished off by Sarr.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. And the basket by MP.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
So timeout called here. The first. Launches a 3. Oh, another one falls.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Johnson against Bridges. Johnson passes to Sarr. Here's Caver. 11 points in the game. Johnson with it. Clock at 4. For 3, George. Oh, MP with a block. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Brian, back to you.
Merci. Ali, thanks for the report. Kicks it to George. He buries it from 3. George has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Pass to MP. And another one! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
The Wizards have gotten 7 of... For the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Green. OG Anunoby comes in for James, and MP is subbed in for Brunson. The Wizards making a switch here. So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Johnson, Alexander Sarr out there with George. And it's Caber in a shooting guard.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Free throw good, MP. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting five.
And you know, I think I'll go with two of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
He gets it in there.
Well, we know Mikal Bridges is a team-first guy, passes on time and on target.
Washington has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Johnson. Here's Harvey. Now George. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Caber. This one for 3. Washington again can't hit. And so MP will bring it up for the Knicks. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. It's off to L.A. after this game, where they'll face the Clippers. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. For Washington, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Here's Harvey, covered by MP. Pass to Johnson. They need this. And it's New York with a rebound. Anunoby's got his 7th rebound. Oh! Kind of mean on that one. Mean and so disrespectful.
105.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Outside Johnson. Here's Harvey. Here's the 3. Oh, MP with a block. Here's Anunoby into the lane.
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
107-73.
Here's Harvey. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
73.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Harvey from outside the arc. Fires in the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A fantastic three-point shooter. You gotta guard Towns from the corners especially.
Knicks lead.
Now here's Sarr. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Green's checked in for Towns. Baldwin comes in for Anunoby. And James is subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Malawach is checked in for Washington. And Green comes to help. Here's Caber. Rebounded by Klintman. New York has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Good. He hits again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
118-76.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Pass to Johnson. Will it go? The Knicks with the rebound. Klintman's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, it's in his head right now. I mean, there is nothing working for this man.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
And the Wizards shooting pretty well at 45%. Caver, the pass to George. And he lobs it up to the rim. Here's Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Now a timeout.